Thanks for the reminder, Yasna.
I would say before you
Okay,
start.
Joe, go. Give your PSA.
So, well, we've got to wait for people to join first. Come on now. I can't just go throwing out the PSM. I'm going to throw out midstream.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
oh,
so Drew, what raid done next?
You gotta go for Kezu.
Oh, we'll go for.
I remember when I first fought Kezu on PlayStation Portable. He is known as Cave Herpes. There's a.
K herpes? I've never heard that before.
That is what me and my friends in high school referred to him as.
Ah.
He's one of the hooded heroes. I mean, look at that foreskin.
Hooded heroes.
Oh,
Ah.
like with teeth at the end you want no part of.
Sorry, I had to turn the PS4 off.
Kezu's a screaming foreskin, and I won't hear it any other way.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Hello, we've gotten Shappy.
Hello.
Welcome, Shappy. We're talking about dicks again.
Yeah.
I love when we get to see baby forms of the monsters.
At least we don't have armor here.
What
I love
happened?
that. I love that I get my cope stripper dress in this game now.
The objective of this mission is to launch an assault on
By the way, Joe, I had a question as to why you use a female character, but then I have to remember that a lot of my male friends who I game with are all the same, and I'm like, you're all fucking perverts because all you want to do is look at their ass and tits, and they don't deny it.
I mean, to be honest, I usually play as a female because they have better clothing options, not just because they're more lewd.
Yeah.
Like, women get so many good clothing options, like...
More
Huh?
decent people.
Honestly, my favorite part is I have heard a lot of people say that the reason they play a female character is because they don't want to be staring at a man's ass all day. I've
Yep,
never
that's
heard
what my
I've
friend
never
said.
heard one of them say because they like staring at their chest. That is a very honest and new one for me.
Because, I mean, to be honest...
With some of my friends, they made female characters with their big ass titties, and I'm like, you know, I feel attacked because you assholes won't actually make a male character because you don't want to stare at it.
I mean, I play as a female character just because I've always used a female character. One, for better clothing options, and two, just because I have the same running character throughout every game. And also, I'm playing video games. I don't want to be reminded of the fact that I'm a man.
Hope you never get sucked into a Sword Art Online game type
It's just,
thing and then get turned back into a dude, and then it's like, oh shit.
dude, if I got sucked into a game like that, it'd be amazing because I designed really nice-looking female characters. I could just pretend to be a woman.
What I mean is, you would be stripped of your female character and shown what you really are in real life.
Now, if only it was a game that was better than Sword Art Online.
Now, if only that would be a bad thing if I wasn't so adorable.
I haven't seen what you look like, so I can't judge.
Well, he apparently looks good enough for key graphic plots.
No, that's just good that I've got a really, really nice ass.
I saw a nice ass, thighs, and titties, according to my husband. And a sex drive that could outdo a male, apparently.
Well, that depends. A male human or a male panda?
A male human.
I mean, what's the difference between a gamer and a panda?
It literally doesn't exist. That's what pandas are literally going extinct because they're too lazy to actually attempt to make children.
Yeah, no, I have a higher sex drive than my husband.
I repeat the question, what's the difference between a panda and a gamer, really?
I actually do dick, getting dick, and riding dick. Like, all the time. That's the difference with me. Just because I game all day doesn't mean I don't wanna, bow chicka wow wow all the time either. Like, shit. If I could, I would fuck while I game. But he's at work currently, so I can't.
Stay on the ground en route to the objective.
I've done that a couple of times. It's distracting in both senses. You can't really focus on the game. You can't really focus on the person you're having sex with.
But the thing is, I've actually masturbated and gamed, and nobody knew.
Well, yeah, that's what one-hand mode is for.
No, see, I know how to set up a dildo to where I don't have to worry about it. Many years of experience. I'm horny and I want a game. I know how to fix it.
I mean, Modern Monster Hunter is also quite easy for playing with one hand because you don't really need to move. You can just bully the monster into a corner.
I was a massive bully in Monster Hunter World and Iceborne, that's for sure.
Drew, what are we doing?
First up a gladness.
I know you're getting distracted by the conversation. I want to know what we're doing next.
Yeah, I'm staying out of it.
Entering target area. Commence operation.
You guys have a little less of a thicker English accent than my friend Mike does.
Well, we're probably from a different part of England. Like, every city's different.
Yeah. Hi, baby. There. Come up here. Yeah.
Am I in the right armor?
Good question.
No,
how
I'm not.
how would I know?
No, I'm not. I'm still in my ice set from when we were fighting Cove.
Oh, were you wearing the layered armor for Kulafara?
Yeah, I was wearing the layered armor because I switched between 3 different armor sets during that quest.
Okay.
So Cove layer is great because it means that I don't have to keep seeing my character change every time they change.
Yeah, you know that my character is wearing the Volcana layered armor, and then my armor I have on currently is the Silverwind Nargacuga.
My typical armor is Bloodbath Diablos, and then my other 2 sets that I use for that quest are Kirin and Kushala.
Okay.
Kirin for first phase of Cove, Kushala for second phase because of elemental weaknesses. You saw how much damage it does.
Yeah, when I saw that the ice damage was yellow, I'm like, oh, and then I switched to my Volcana.
Incoming transmission.
I really need to fight a high-rank Black Diablo so I could start upgrading my Massacre Slicer.
The target is an AC.
I just went for a trek in the desert and found one in a rare high rank den.
Yeah. Have you guys found any of those dens that only have a 1% chance of spawning yet?
I've had 4 of them.
I've had
I've
about
only had one, and it was one night. And I was in chat with one of my friends, and I went, oh shit! And he's like, what? And I'm like, I just found that 1% den! And he's like, god damn it! I'm trying to catch up to you, and you just keep going further ahead, and it's like, bitch, I have no life. Don't worry. Huh?
The funny thing is, I've come across about 10 of them.
I've had 4. Yeah, the 4 that I've had have been 2 Kirins, a Kushala, and a Teostra.
The one I got was a Teostra.
The ones I had were mostly all the deviants, mostly.
Nice.
Well, Joe is known to be rather lucky, so.
So I
Although-
know that those dens, or I didn't mean to cut you off, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, although the only one I've not come across yet is one in the desert. I've not come across a bloodbath yet.
Okay.
Oh. The desert one I got completely by accident. I was looking for a high rank Diablos to upgrade my Massacre Slicer and ended up coming across a super rare den.
That's the Diablo's great sword, isn't it?
Yeah, the Bloodbath one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yasuda, when can we get a music bot for this chat?
Never.
like never.
That's a quick answer.
No, because every time I come in here for stream, I have to pause my music, and then that's it. I can't listen to music, and it makes me sad.
Ixion. I saw someone's name was Ixion. Is he from Eric's chat? Or no, the 50?
Yeah, we're all from that
That's
cesspool.
probably where I found Ray, or Joe. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm the guy who runs Not Safe for Work.
Okay.
I still can't understand how Joe met someone who's so freaking nice who actually wants to hang out with him.
I hang out with men all the, well, not really hang out, more in chat than anything, but I've been gaming since I was 5 years old, so it's like, you know, I always enjoy making new gaming friends. It's really nice.
Yes, but Joe has got the alpha gamer trope of being racist.
I'm the alpha gamer. Okay, I'm gonna say something, and I really hope it doesn't upset the Twitch people. Me being Jewish, and whenever I'm in chat with people now, there was a whole article that Pokemon Go.
What's that?
There was a coughing in a Holocaust museum, and I laughed my ass off because it was comical. The Nantech have no control over what Pokemon spawns where. But that being in a Holocaust museum, being a gaseous Pokemon, it's like, oh, I love it.
Yes, in a Czech general.
Oh, he what?
That means I can post all my anti-Semitic memes again.
I mean, I don't mind jokes.
I usually have to wait until James is here to do it because he's also Jewish and okay with it.
I mean, it was so freaking weird being one of the only Jewish kids in high school, and everyone's like, "What the fuck is Hanukkah?" And I have to explain, and it's like, "Mom, Dad, when the fuck can we get a Christmas tree? I'm sick of this Hanukkah shit."
Hanukkah? I barely knew her.
Ah, that's okay. My friends call Hanukkah Chanukah or other shit, and it's like, I'm gonna Chanuke your ass if you say that again. And they're like, oh. No, but I don't mind the jokes at all. It's really funny though. Apparently, Cloud, who's one of the people who game was in software, and he's been my friend for a long time. He's like, only she's allowed to make those jokes, and I'm like, you do understand, I don't care if people make Jewish jokes, right? He's like, yeah, but I'm trying to make it appropriate. It's like, dude, you jokes are not appropriate in the slightest. You think I care?
What do you mean they're not appropriate? They're hilarious. That's what makes them appropriate.
Yeah.
I'm British, we appropriate everything.
That's okay, at least you're not like Australia where they use cunt for every other sentence.
I mean,
no,
that's
we
still.
do.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Britons just use that plus that T word.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Yeah, we use it all the goddamn time. We're just not allowed to say it because British don't
You
like
do
it.
realize that Australia is literally just the criminals Britain didn't want to deal with anymore. It's a penal
Yeah,
colony.
I know, but there are jokes made about that whenever I'm in the chat with my friend Jay, who's Australian. And what's really funny is, I'm like, bitch, where the fuck's my fairy bread? It's like, go to the goddamn store and get your own shit to make your fairy bread. I don't know if you guys know what fairy bread is either.
I'm going to assume it's just bread full of sugar and like pixie sticks.
No, so what it is you take a piece of bread, you like heavily butter it, and then you put, you know those little ball sprinkles? That's what you put on top. That is food. And apparently it's like the most amazing shit ever in Australia, and that is what they give their kids as cake for their birthdays.
I couldn't. I don't like sweet food.
Hold on, what is it now?
That sounds. I
Fairy
don't
bread.
know how it tastes.
No, but what is it made of?
What's the sound appealing?
Oh, just like a piece of white bread with butter and the little ball sprinkles. Like, I think they're... Hold on. What the fuck were they called? Give me a
That,
minute.
that explains why you don't like it, Chef. That's white people food.
It's it's Australian one. No, white people food. I don't know how to explain white people food. I know like black people food be like watermelon.
Now that is racist. Everyone loves watermelon.
I don't like watermelon.
I don't like watermelon either.
Well, fuck you.
Same here. I legit tried. I legit tried watermelon and I just didn't. Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. Did you try that stupid genetically modified seedless watermelon, or like the actual legit watermelon?
I've tried the fruit and I've tried it in an energy drink.
Yeah, I've tried both as well. And
Yes, but was it the seedless watermelon or the one that actually had seeds in it?
The one that has seeds in, I'm not an animal.
Wait, so seedless makes you an animal?
Well, yeah, you're always supposed to swallow that seed.
Okay, but see, swallowing a seed from a stick is different than swallowing a seed from a watermelon.
Hey, seed is seed. You take what you can get.
So the sprinkles are called hundreds and thousands for the fairy bread. I legit had it in my Amazon and I was like, what the fuck was that shit called? Because I couldn't remember. My allergies are kicking my ass.
Welcome to life.
I know. I've had to deal with this for years.
Third egg. Another thing, graphene egg. I'll take that.
You and
By
your
the
paint
way,
fiends.
do any of you play Destiny or anything?
I used to play Destiny.
I used to
I
play
play World of
Destiny
Warcraft.
too.
I only play Monster Hunter unless there's no updates for Monster Hunter, in which case I pick up something else that's difficult.
Okay. Oh, you want a difficult game? I'm going retro here, but PS2 Dragon Quest VIII Journey of the Cursed King. It's a fantastic.
I'd love to, but I've only played all the Dragon Quests that are a multiple of 3. I played 3, 6, and 9.
So
Well,
I am going to raise you the Armored Core series, which is the series that From Software, which made Dark Souls, made first, and then they made Dark Souls to make an easier game series.
Wait, Dark Souls is supposed to be easy? It's
Dark
mentally.
Souls is easy.
No, so Dark Souls was their series sequel to actually the one I'm playing now, because this one was too hard and was literally inaccessible for so many people to get past the first 5 levels. The freaking tutorial level, which isn't even an actual tutorial, they freaking just throw you right in, explaining zero. Here's the thing though. Dark Souls at least has the explanations of like how to move and like attack before you get to something. This is just here is a fucking level. Either beat it or restart the game again watching the entire opening cutscene. Also for the actual levels, losing doesn't give you a game over, and you can get negative currency, so you just dig yourself into a hole until your end game with literally nothing can't win, and then it starts to give you the game over then, and you can't progress and have to restart.
Yes, and show her the racist watermelon.
That's amazing!
Wait a minute, and then here is the paint job that Joe gave me that has been dubbed the racist watermelon. I will post it in here because I sent him a picture yesterday. Here you go. I'm putting it inside the memes chat. Here is the racist watermelon.
It looks so
like
good.
Barney, not watermelon. I ate it. I want to light it
It's
on
like
fire.
Barney. It is like Barney. You're right.
Oh, I hate it.
He makes me paint them all, so what I keep doing is giving them the worst paint jobs I can think of at any given moment.
I mean, freaking last game we had Thanos truck.
I didn't give you that paint job though. That was someone from your chat.
Oh, right. That was Henry. So you know what? Once I get the chance one day, when Luna's here, I'm going to show her how I play Armored Core 13. And she will realize that for the entire level, she has no clue what the fuck is going on. Just like Old Man Light.
Oh shit! We can also get you in on bingo.
Oh right, does Luna have Monster Hunter World?
Yeah.
Then great news,
Yes, I do.
Luna.
What?
Then great news, Luna can join us for doing Monster Hunter Bingo.
Okay.
Yasna creates those bingo sheets, and we either do them individually or in teams.
Okay.
And it's basically
honestly
racing
amazing.
someone else.
Monster Hunter World, I explored it forever.
It gives you something to do in the game.
I beat Elatreon, or Alatreon, and then I was on Fatalis. But because I didn't have high enough armor, Fatalis just went, I'ma bitch smack you into next year.
And yet people say it's okay to let it just be an MR24 requirement, even though they have like no, like yes you can do it. It's just it takes 10 hours to get to MR 100 and upgrade your armor.
God, you mean master rank, yes?
Yes, MR. Yep.
I think I'm over 200 in master. I don't remember.
Yeah, then you can. Then you can fully upgrade the armor.
My master rank's
I
not high
might be
enough.
wrong. As I said, I haven't hopped on Monster Hunter World in a while.
My master rank's too low. I need to level up.
It's 999.
Yeah, I know. Ixion, I remember.
I'm not Ixie. I'm the other Joe.
Just call him British Joe.
No, I know. It's like when you know life the game, but it's really you're waiting for all of the monsters or the bonus monster.
I'm not Ixion. I'm the cute Joe. I'm the good-looking Joe out of all of them.
Oh.
I'm the recovering alcoholic Joe.
Laser Texas. Can you get the Dust of Life recipe in the game? I don't.
You can.
I don't.
You can. It's one of the optional quests.
Okay.
I might have it. I don't know. I've never made Dust of Life. I've just been buying tons of life powder because I've had over 1 million Zenny for a long time.
I have 3,023,192. I kind
We should aim for the tail break. By the way, it'll gimp its moveset in the phase where it uses its tail.
Yeah, I'll switch to my great sword.
Well, I mean, you're going for the tail break, but why not just take a heavy bowgun and shoot it? Oh wait, they don't exist.
They don't exist in Ryder. You know
Good.
what?
They
Ryder or
made
stories?
bingo good. They made bingo too easy yesterday.
First of all, it's not my fault that you went and did Colorful Carnival.
It wasn't just that. Half of the quests I did with spread gun because it's just quick as shit. And also, Bambro with the heavy bowgun was one of my targets.
Yes, it was.
It's powers.
Right. Did you explain to Luna how the entirety of the Monster Hunter bingo works? Even though it's bingo, it's quite obvious, but you know.
Shit, I lost a fucking head.
No,
it's
Keith,
bingo.
shit has nothing to do with bingo. Thank you.
I don't know.
Thank you for the attempt. I appreciate it.
I don't know. Depends what you put on the bingo board. Some boys might. If it's a pawn board, there might be scat on the board.
I can guarantee you it is not.
Gross. Oh. Have you guys played Monster Hunter Rise, or is that a stupid question?
No, I've played Rise. All of us. have.
Yeah, milked it.
All of
milked
us
it
have
to
beaten
death.
all of it.
Yeah, we played Rise to Death, and there's now.
Hey, but if you do want to play it, I will jump over to it if you want to do some Rise, because I genuinely just look for things to do in Monster Hunter.
Yeah. I'm on Teostra now. I beat Camellia. What was
You
Kushala was in the middle.
What?
You were about to ask what was in the middle. The answer is Kushala. It was Camelios, Kushala, and then Teo. And then I believe you just get the Omega Narwa Origin or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Then you go to MR. Then you hit Hunter rank. You go to Hunter rank 100 for Volstrax, and then you drop Monster Hunter Rise for GU.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, then I guess because I've been taking my time, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, most of us have said that we probably should have left Rise a month or two before picking it up, because obviously it was released unfinished.
Yeah, I have a feeling that so because Stories is more successful, I guess, in a sense, than Rise, which is weird.
No, it's just so the B team made Rise, A team made Stories 2. It was to be expected.
Yeah, and that actually made it a bad thing for Rise, because it looked like more effort went into Stories 2 than into Rise.
Yeah.
Well,
Especially with
what
all
do
the
you
ones-
what do you mean? Looks like it did.
Although we need to
yeah.
go back to. We also need to.
Nice.
We also need to go back to 4U because we still have some 140 grind to do.
Oh my god, I had Generations Ultimate on the Switch, but I am still a noob in that, because the friend I play with, he works late, so I don't get to play with him as much on there.
Well, you just have to ping me. I'm always open to GU. In fact, I go and play solo GU when I'm bored.
Well, I know I wanted him to take me to fight Mitsune, and then I need to rank up more and get better shit first. But I was, as someone who played on the PlayStation Portable, I was really excited when World brought Garuga in, even though I hated them. And then in Rise, when Kezu came back, I was the only one who thought Kezu.
I freaking love that Kezu came back.
You're also a great sword main, aren't you?
I am. I've been a great sword main since Freedom.
Wonderful. In which case, I know your exact progression route because I also main great sword.
Yeah. And then in Rise, I have the. I want to say I have either Ibushi or Narwa sword equipped to my character.
Ew.
I die here.
I'm using a Rampage Greatsword at the minute because it hits 2 points higher than the Tigrex one without having the negative affinity.
Rampage one being Rajan, right?
No, the Rampage one being the one, the
Rampage.
basic looking thing.
Sorry, although I did get to hear how Rajan mentally and emotionally broke my friend Tony, who's a monster.
But it's just Rajan.
I know, but what was really funny was, you remember in Iceborne when they brought the Savage Rajan?
The Furious
variant?
Rajan? Yeah, it was easy.
Okay,
Yeah, Furious, yeah.
So we found out you could get the golden little monkey things in there.
Yeah, Joe
And,
got like 90 of them.
Monkeys.
But you see, when my friend Tony doesn't have time to play, and I'm like, hey Tony, you want to get a free rare pet? And he's like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, okay, but you're not gonna like where it is. And he's like, why? And I'm like, well, you see what's in there, right? And he's like, I hate you, but I want it. And I bring him in there. When I tell you, this Rajan had a massive hard-on for Tony and made him run and cry in the little camp area, I am not kidding. He went, Lucy, I fucking hate it. Why did he on right by the camp? And he's just losing his shit. And I'm trying my damnedest not to laugh my ass off.
Rajan's great. I fight Monkey for fun.
Yeah, I actually never got to face. So I played Freedom, but then from Freedom I went to World. So there were a lot of monsters I didn't know. But it was nice because it was a new experience for me. I actually genuinely.
That's another Teostra.
There we go. 12 minutes ahead.
That's another Teostra.
Teostra.
And a Hellblade. Let's go.
So what's funny is I recognized that when I did the Astalos and Hellblade, I didn't know what their eggs were supposed to look like, so I just took a genuine guess, and I'm gonna be like, so the darker green and black is Astalos, and the black and red is Hellblade. They didn't exactly really change much of it except the coloration.
Thankfully.
Thanks.
Makes
But
it very easy to tell.
yeah, I will say wholeheartedly, I love 2 more than 1, only because you're not stuck with 4 different types of eggs for one monster. It's just one.
We don't talk about 1. We don't talk about the amount of hours I put into 1 trying to get the right fucking genes.
But we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna make you relive your PTSD.
Seriously, 1 was awful for the genes and for the eggs.
Which one was?
Monster Hunter Stories 1.
Approaching.
Was it?
Intercept.
Yeah.
Well, when you're going through eggs and there are 4 different egg variants of one monster, it's like, why?
Oh, and the genes have to move from one slot to the equivalent slot in the monster. You can't pick which slot you put the gene in. You have to, if it had to be in top left, or if you wanted it in top left.
Yep. I remember. I played through it. I'm the only one in my group who has. But then, everybody wants to play Monster Hunter Stories too, because I wouldn't shut up about it. And it's like, but I'm the only one who will know all the characters. Fuck you, Shevel, for being a little bitch.
I really like his character growth. I actually really like
Oh
Shevel.
yeah, no, his character growth was great, but during the entire game, he's trying to be like this edgelord, and I'm like, I want to fucking smack you with my greatsword and knock sense into you. And I know I can't. But the one thing I'm really liking is that we actually get to see the monsters as babies, and and I shit you not, I legit had a girl moment when baby Ratha Razwing was born. I'm like, this is my child. If you hurt my child, I will castrate you and murder you. And it's still the same through the whole game. This is my baby. If you hurt him, I'll murder you. I absolutely loved how adorable the cutscene was for him. But that's me. I still can't stand Roberto though. I hate the whole surfer talk.
I play in Japanese, so I don't have to hear it. He doesn't have that dialect string in the Japanese.
I found most of the characters alright. But I really liked Tiffany with the Barry off.
Also, it's hilarious to recognize voice actors.
God, I hate this current level.
You know what I would have loved to see? More of in 2. I would have loved to see Nerviru's story again, in a sense.
I'm really glad they toned him down. He was really irritating in Stories 1, and I actually like him in 2. Because he's not as in your face.
He's not as in your face, but he makes terrible puns, and I love how our character just looks at him like, okay, you can stop now. Just shut up.
The cat puns are great though. I've always loved Monster Hunter's cat puns.
Cat puns were fine. It was just the one where it's like, how do you not go nuts with no donuts? And it's like, I swear to God, I will backhand you, cat.
Yeah, the whole donut thing in fucking Ruthless Village.
Oh, so bad.
Right. What are we doing next?
It's my turn now?
Yep. Provided I can find provided you've got a ticket, because I'm out of gold tickets. I've only got silvers and bronzes left, and we kind of need the golds.
I've only got one gold, so I can
I
cross a random one.
have 3 gold tickets, so yeah.
Awesome, crack one up.
I'm gonna use your passcode.
Wonderful. Keeps things simple.
I wish I could sell my normal expedition tickets. I have 48 of them.
Oh, you're better off using those when you don't have anyone with you. Taking an AI companion and using them to farm bottle caps. That's how I keep managing to have quite a few gold tickets.
Yeah. The thing's up, by the way.
Right, I have 66 bronzes and 23 silvers. I'm gonna probably just end up dumping all of those into just getting bottle caps.
Yeah.
What's the best way to get Shroud in the Silhouette? Is that from the Volcanic Den online?
Oh, I just go find a Shroud in Nestilla and paintball it. I don't even look for them in regular dens. But I think you'd have to go for sort of a normal den, not a rare den, if you want those. They seem like they're a low tier monster.
Ooh, hold on.
Yes, if I use a bronze ticket.
I want to take a peek where all the nests were. By the way, I feel very uncomfortable with how they make us ride on Rajon. I don't know why. It's very uncomfortable for me to look at, and it's like, no.
Well, you don't want to ride on that big muscular monkey.
No, because that monkey has given me some PTSD at times. I'm not going to lie. Like, I'll be in the, oh my god, what was that fucking feature called? In Iceborne. After you beat it. Guiding Lands. So there were into the Guiding Lands, and, I would just be coming out normal. This fucking monkey be pile driving me as soon as I come out, and it's like, oh. Okay.
It's Rajang. He just wants to give you a hug.
No, he's very territorial. He's like, get the fuck out of my property before I end you. It's like, okay.
He just wants a hug. He just wants to
I
cuddle.
wanna hug him. Wanna punch him in his monkey dick.
I mean,
Wanna uppercut it with my sword. See if it's smoother in him.
on that note, remember to get not safe work access from rolls.
Either way, I absolutely love how adorable baby Nergigante is. It's like, you know, now I can't hate you. I hate it. I can't hate you. You're an asshole. Like I said,
I love how
in the world up until Nergigante, and then Nergigante just went, hey, want to see a trick? And makes me fart like 3 times, and it's like, oh.
I love how every monster though in this game is a baby except for Kirin, which is normal size.
Is it?
No, Kirin, baby, little baby. But yeah, Kirin, I love how it's like dainty Kirin is. Just I'm gonna just prance all around the fucking stage. Adorable. I legit want to make my Nergigante stronger, but I don't know what I can get rid of. Because he's actually got really good genes right now. I believe that. And
I love it after this because I can see all your gene combinations on your guild card. So if you want to see what other people have set up as well, you can just check their guild cards.
bless you. You're welcome.
That's COVID, that is.
Oh no, he's got the Rona! He's got the Rona! Oh my god, my husband gave me a heart attack the first time, when it was like in the beginning. He's like, they had Corona at King Supers, and I'm like, I hope your bitch ass wasn't anywhere near it. And he's like, no, I mean the beer, and I'm like, I will fucking punk you.
I can't believe you made it.
Oh, I like a good Corona.
Great piloting.
I was freaking out. Everyone in the house was freaking out. It's like, God damn, what did you run into?
The problem is when I get too drunk, Corona just starts tasting like fizzy water, so I just end up necking it. It doesn't like
drink alcohol. The reason for that is I was born with fetal alcohol syndrome.
Ah, right, understood.
Now I can get high. I actually have an edible near my bed.
It's honestly fun to do both at the same time, though. Like, that's a really fun combination.
If you don't do it right, it'll make you sick. Oh.
Yeah.
I've had a friend who didn't do it the right way and he felt sick, and it's like, maybe do one or the other in your age, sir. Oh, nothing against him, but goddamn. But what's
Wait,
fun-
Drew, this is the first time. This is the first party where you're not the oldest person in it, Drew.
I'm the oldest. That doesn't surprise me.
Wait, how
Yes,
old are
but Ahmed is always the oldest in spirit.
Yeah, he is. He's got such
Yeah.
an old man mind.
you? Wait, who's the oldest?
Oh right.
What?
Oh, right. So also, as being at Luna, there was a time that I was playing one of these games at 10 times speed,
Yeah.
and Ahmed apparently couldn't see what the hell was happening at 600 frames a second.
It's like watching.
I mean,
a fight
granted, I was
between-
I was doing a like 30-second boss fight in 3 seconds, and he had no clue what the fuck just happened.
It's Omae wa Munshindayu Nani dead. And it's like, oh. What the fuck just happened? No, it's like
said-
that.
Yeah, but they said the words.
I have so many questions.
They said what?
Wait, what happened now?
Yeah, like Yasna, she said the words. This is now a JoJo stream.
No, it's not.
Yes,
I
it
hate
is.
JoJo, and that reference isn't from JoJo, it's from Star-Crossed Fist.
I don't know what that is.
You scrubs!
Nah,
Nerd.
I am a nerd.
Anyway,
you're
I know. I had to say that. I'm sorry.
That's okay, my friends. We all call each other nerds. And
Good,
stuff.
because I can guarantee you that I am a nerd. I'm not even gonna
I
argue
am
with
a
it.
nerd. Too. I am a nerd, otaku, furry, many other things. Oh god, the amount of fans. Brony.
Efforts are underway to reinforce
Ugh.
the plant's defenses, but the key
I'm just a degenerate.
The power hookup requires linking
I'm an
the
asshole,
to the solar collectors.
but that's normal in the group. Anyway.
I mean, I'm also an asshole, but you are what you eat.
Does that make me a dick? Wait, does that make me a dick then? I don't
Yeah.
understand how that works, because then that makes men who are straight pussies. Or if they're bisexual, don't matter. I mean, my husband's bisexual.
AC identified. It's
No, it makes you Twitch's favorite C word.
Come. Come. Oh, come on.
I'm not gonna say it because terms of service, and I'm already on thin ice for the anti-Semitic jokes last week.
Oh.
Can't believe you got accused of being racist and not doing anything.
I got accused of being racist by trying not to be racist. I don't know how that works.
I don't know either. That is a Toba ticket. I don't want a Toba.
I'll take a Toby. I don't have enough of their genes.
I done did pissed off a Kezu. I'm taking your aim and there's nothing to do about it, bitch. Mine.
You pissed off a Kezu? I think you can handle that yourself. You're decent. You're decent with those, as you've told me.
He's an interesting fight in Freedom. I would love to
Who,
get a
Kezi?
play. Yeah. When I first
Kezi's-
I was only like 13 years old. And I was like, oh, what the shit? And it shows the cutscene, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool.
Kazu's the best boy.
But Kezu's just worse Giginox.
And then I remember when I got to Yan Kutku, and I'm like, why won't this fucking thing die? And then I learned how to make pitfall traps, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be an asshole now. So that's why in like Monster Hunter Rise, I have over 200 to 300 traps at any given time, and it's the same in World. Like, I was
There was a time where I think we killed a tempered Teo in World sub 2, I think it was 2 minutes, and it never got to move.
I never got to use the dust explosion.
No,
effectively.
I mean like literally we smacked it into a wall, KO, para, KO, sleep, back into a wall, another para, a KO, a sleep, back into the wall, and it died.
In the corner.
Actually, all of that was just from me, me using a bow plus impact mantles, while they were all just smacking it in the face until it died.
I was getting the wall flinches because my clutch claw is jank as hell.
Yes. Also, I think that our record for the tempered pickle arena is like a minute 32, or was it a minute 22?
Yes, pickle. By the way, I named 3 different Devil Joes in this. One is Demon, one is Pickle, and one is Rick.
Yes, Rick.
I have no naming consistency with any of my monsters.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's like, oh, have you guys ever moved Pokemon Clover?
My Kirin is a JoJo reference. My Kushala is the name of the rusted Kushala armor set, and my Glavenus is in German.
Hold on. Did you just ask about Pokemon Clover?
Yeah, I actually have a physical copy of it, and I played it, and I love how.
I have an emulator, and God, it's so weird. Besides, not even talking about that one that's a building we won't mention. Just the fact that one of them is just a rabbit, and just as it evolves, it's just more rabbits having a giant orgy.
Friendly reminder: Pokemon Clover is banned on Twitch.
I wonder why.
I mean,
I really wonder why. Maybe it's the fire starter.
No, it's not even just the fire.
What do you mean? Lizak Bar's amazing.
I actually started with the sperm-looking one, and I
Grasshole?
legit named him Loodle. Huh?
Which one? Grasshole?
not
Oh,
Grasshole,
the
the
sperm.
water
Or
water
whatever it was. Yes. Orgasmagast, or whatever the hell it was.
I named him Loodle because he turns into a condom on his final evolution. He's Loodle the condom noodle. And I hated myself for it. Currently, I'm at the Freddie Mercury gym, and then I have to go back to the Snoop Dogg gym. I love that there's marijuana in the Snoop Dogg gym. It's amazing.
One group of riders in particular have already.
Yes, but we don't talk about what Pokemon are in that gym.
When I told my friends about that game, they're like, why? And I'm like, yo, I love it. And they actually say the N-word game, and it's like, oh.
And that's why it's banned on Twitch.
Yeah.
Honestly, there are a lot of reasons that game is banned on Twitch.
Yeah, yeah. I love how they're like, Jews are making the market go up in this,
Nope.
and I'm like, this is great.
That is enough of that talk now. I also love how the name of this current level that I'm on is oxygen shortage, but it has nothing to do with oxygen.
But on that note, check general.
They thought we were kidding, huh?
Oh, Lord of mercy, I'm crying. That's great.
Let's show them how serious we really
Uh,
are.
I would like to try out Pokemon Snakewood, the zombie one.
I played that for a short while. It's actually awful.
It is?
Yeah, the level scaling is terrible.
That's like a lot of games. Freaking Borderlands 3 had the worst level scaling ever. It would go from 37 to 21.
Preparing to set the charges.
No, this is a Pokemon game where it goes from 15 to 40. For no reason.
What was that one called? Quantum? I don't remember. It was one where, where your mother is left in a nuclear power plant that's melting down.
That sounds like all of them.
No, that's Dad.
Doom Eternal.
Oh my god, what was it? I think it was called Pokemon either Quantum or something. and it looked like I watched an entire playthrough of it in like 45 minutes because of all the editing they did. But it was interesting. Well, the guy screwed up and got rid of a lot of the stronger Pokemon, which I did not like. Like, he done did kill a legendary, and it's like, as somebody who's been a Pokemon fan for years, it irked me in ways I didn't like. It's really bad when my friends are playing Pokemon on their DS, like Pokemon Diamond or Pearl, and I'm like, you just ran into this, didn't you? And they're like, how the fuck did you know that? When you put as many hours into a game as me, and you recognize every goddamn...
if you're talking about the different cries, then there is actually one of those hacks is actually the fact that you can't see what those Pokemon are, and you physically have to recognize all of them from their cries.
Recognize every Pokemon by its shoe size.
No, it's cries.
Let's try.
I think that technically some of the Pokedexes do give you shoe sizes, don't they? With the foot size?
Yeah, the foot is shown in some of the Pokédexes, yeah.
I think
So
that's
you-
something in Leaf Green and Fire Red.
So don't worry, Drew. If you really want to see those Pokemon feet, there's a game out there for you.
Bro, you're the one who's on about feet.
Yeah, it's called Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Like, you legit are in a pit, and you have to look at the Pokemon's feet. Who's that Pokemon? What the fuck is this, like that test? Where it
Honestly, I would be fine with a
Jigglypuff?
game where all you saw was like the freaking Pokemon's weight value, and you had to figure out which Pokemon it was based on its weight. And then and then you freaking get to the ghosts, and all of them are just 0.
Obviously a ghost type, which one's fucking fine now?
Drew, me neither remind you that the only question you ever need to ask a lady on her first date is, what is your shoe size?
I'm a 12, man.
That probably makes it easier because like a women's 6 is probably different for every single brand.
What's
It seems to be a very
European
common
sizes?
thing with female clothes. All of them can be the same size, but they're not actually the same size.
No, they're not.
You also have to take into account regional differences between America and the UK.
Yes,
we
but
have a
the-
different shoe.
Yes, but
size.
they're actually labeled inside. Okay, so these shoes here have got all 4 different regional sizes in them labeled, at least for men's shoes.
So I have to. In the land of the living Brexit, what shoe size are you?
Let me go grab my shoe and find out. Hold on.
In the land of Brexit, I'm a 12.5.
You're 12 and a half?
Yep.
Okay. I'm a men's 12, and I have been since I was
Okay. Okay, so my shoe. Okay, so my shoe size for the UK shoe says 12.5.
What's your American shoe size?
13.5.
13.
Okay. How tall are you? Like 6'4"? 6'3"?
Nope. I am 5'11 and 3/4, and I am 116 pounds.
I'm 6'3".
I am 5'10". I am about 270.
I'm 6'2.5" and 189 pounds. Oh wait, no, that's fucking wrong. I don't know. I will which way. I need to work that out actually. Let me fucking find it. Because I know I've actually lost a bit of weight, so it's probably not going to be accurate.
That's okay.
Oh, 189 is right. So what I think I should be because I've lost weight since I last weighed myself.
Retreating. Mission complete.
Oh, I went to a Renaissance festival last Friday, Saturday, and they had these ironwork stuff. They had the Hunter, Warlock, and Titan symbols, and they also had the Skyrim dragon, the iconic symbol. which was really cool, and they had like a bunch of other stuff. And then, uh, one of the employees working there had a necklace, and it was a spider jewelry. It looks really cool. So I went to the booth there, and they had these spider necklaces that had D20 dice in them. So I got the one that was red and black, and it looks really cool.
Sounds nice.
That was my first time in an actual Renaissance festival, so it was actually a lot of fun.
I suck. I finally did something in this time frame I was trying to get it in to get something extra. But of course, I on just that singular attempt forgot to pick the other item up, so I have to do it again.
What's your favorite Final Fantasy game?
Final Fantasy game? Tactics.
Ooh, which one? Advanced or Grimoire?
Grimoire of the Rift.
Okay. I had done all 300 missions in Advance, and I got Judge Master Sid. Where are you going? You're going the wrong way, bud.
I know, I'm getting the chests.
Ah, okay.
Ooh, expedition ticket SR. I'm glad I went for the chest.
So I actually have a follow-up question for you. Do you count? Okay, so do you count the Crystal Chronicles as being a Final Fantasy game?
If it has Final Fantasy in the name, I count.
I'm not sure if it does, actually. It might.
What Final Hey, that one had an SR ticket for me too. Cool. I got my ticket back.
That's why we collect the chest ticket.
Yeah, I know the blue ones. The blue ones had a chance of having a SR ticket. I actually have to make it a tie between like 3 games for Final Fantasy for me.
I mean, question: is it 13, 1, 2, and 3?
No, actually, it is 10 Final Fantasy Tactics Advance and Final Fantasy Tactics Grimoire of the Rift.
I mean, I would count 10 if you are only counting Blitzball. The combat of that game was quite bad.
I am one of those sick-twisted individuals who actually enjoyed the entire game and hate Seymour Grotto with such a passion.
I thought 13 was the only good one.
I'm also playing Final Fantasy 14.
I am too, right now.
In the same vein.
Ew,
as
Final
the-
Fantasy 14.
My friends can't wait for Endwalker. We actually finished getting all the birds, so we finally got Firebird Phoenix now. And then,
Oh yeah.
I
Drew,
have 3 of the wolves.
Drew, isn't Resident Evil 6 the only good one in the series?
I never... No, isn't it like 6 is shit in everyone's opinion?
No, 6 is the best one in the series, as far as I'm
Let's
aware.
just get this right. DMC2 sucks.
Go shoot
Devil May
yourself.
Cry 2 sucks? Really? No,
What do you
would
mean,
be
really? It's the worst one of all of them by far.
I like the 3rd one.
Because it isn't 2.
I don't remember much of 2. I played it on PlayStation 2 when I was like 13, 14, 15, maybe 15 or 16. Now, what's really sad is, when I was 13, as a gift for doing my fucking bat mitzvah, which was, you could fucking punch my mom and dad in the face. I hated it. I hated you so much. I wanted a PS2 with Kingdom Hearts. The sad thing is, I really only wanted Kingdom Hearts because it had a Nightmare Before Christmas world. Then I fell in love with the story. Then the story proceeded to mindfuck me.
Which part of it?
The whole damn story! It's like you think you just figured something out, and it's like, hey, no. It's like,
I didn't like Kingdom Hearts.
blasphemy.
I mean, I was the kid who was so bored at that point that one of my playthroughs was that I did... Okay, so I got to max level without leaving Destiny Island by just hitting Waka's balls back.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That's like a person who went through only the first area in Final Fantasy VII to get to level 99. I feel so bad for that man that his stream made him do that. And then he had to
Then there,
stream.
hold on. Then there's RT Game, who spent 50 hours in the first area of Pokemon Sword and Shield farming for a shiny Wooloo. He went through like several thousand Wooloos.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Actually, it might have been more than 50 hours. He spent like 2 months.
Yeah. Again, that still sounds right.
And he still beat the game sub-case.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, I am excited for the Diamond Pearl remake, only because I love them. And a lot of my friends are like, but it looks so bad, and it's a
It does look
remaster."
awful. What the fuck is wrong with their head? It's worse than Stewie.
It's called the chibi looking thing.
First of all, there is a difference from chibi and then your head being 80% of your body mass. That is worse. It's worse proportions than the Powerpuff Girls.
It's like a monstrosity. I never said it was a normal looking chibi thing, otherwise it'd be adorable.
I don't like chibi. Chibi is not for me.
But I mean, the only real reason I'm happy about it is I get to replay Diamond and Pearl instead of having to pay a shit ton of money.
Have you tried just using an emulator?
Because I don't have a good enough computer.
What do you mean? As long as your computer is better than a Game Boy Advance,
My computer has an illegal version of Windows 7 on it still.
I'm pretty sure Windows 7 was stronger than a Game Boy from the 90s.
I mean, you're not wrong. It's still just a matter of that computer is like 20 plus years old.
You can run Diamond and Pearl on a freaking ST87 calculator.
Again, I don't want to put it on my fucking computer!
Then purchase a calculator.
There we go, found a still red then.
Oh!
What do you mean? Literally, you can purchase a calculator and run it on a calculator.
I don't have a calculator. Joke's on you.
That's why I said purchase a calculator.
I don't want to put money out for a fucking calculator. Why don't I just put money out for a fucking tablet that can play it at that point?
Because tablets suck.
You're telling me to use my computer that sucks.
It's still better than a tablet.
No, actually, when I got an iPad, I legit gave my friend my $1,000 touchscreen computer. Oh my god!
That sounds like a mistake.
What?
That sounded like a giant mistake.
Not really.
You gave away your $1,000 computer.
I didn't pay for it. I didn't give a shit.
And now you can't play Pokemon Emerald.
Actually, I own a physical copy of Pokemon Emerald.
Didn't you just say that it didn't work?
No, Diamond and Pearl.
I meant Diamond and Pearl, sorry.
Oh, no. If I really wanted to, I could put an emulator on the computer. It's just it's so slow and I hate it. That's my only issue. I hate how slow it is. Like, it takes forever for it to load up and everything. And I absolutely hate it. And I would love to get another laptop, but one that's not a shitty thing that my parents decided would be best for me, even though it doesn't run properly.
At least you have a laptop.
No, I have a, do you remember when they brought out the fucking touchscreen computers where the whole thing is just one, like, it's just a screen and the tower's basically built in it?
No.
Okay, well, that is the kind of computer I have.
Yeah, Joe's never had a computer.
I've had a laptop, but that's it.
I have that computer, I have my iPad, I have a Fire tablet? Yeah.
If it can play music and porn, it's NASA to me.
I watch a lot of hentai and porn on my iPad.
but I gave up porn a few months ago. I've been living a life of enlightenment, following the right path.
You want to do the kinship skill together?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm getting bored of fucking searching for this super rare then.
Oh, you're looking for a super rare high rank then?
Yeah, in
Yeah.
in the Arcana Falls, I'm trying to get a Grimclaw egg.
Okay.
Have you tried just posting a super rare expedition?
I don't have gold tickets.
Have you
Yeah, how many
tried?
bottle caps do you have?
Have you tried doing a bronze ticket to get like 30 bottle caps? Like you average about 30 bottle caps per den.
35 actually.
I'll have to do that tomorrow. Just spend an hour or two doing that.
Like after the first night of me hitting the end of the game, I pretty much spent 4 hours doing like low tier dens, and I had like over 1,000 bottle caps. That's where all those tickets came from.
Well, would I actually get like a
I
shot of
thought
those
I
pillar
did
eggs from a from a low level expedition?
I
What,
don't
Sandra?
have there. Apparently Decimating Fist didn't go. So.
I think you ran out of time.
I pressed A! What the fuck? I don't know. Have any of you played the Gaia series?
All of it.
Yay! Finally! Another nerd like me! They're so
I
rare!
So I played the PlayStation Portable version of 2 to the point where I think I had like 9 characters at max level, and then I had freaking Overlord Zeta rolled over using his fucking passive to like over freaking a million just to one shot the hardest difficulty Overlord ball. And Puni ball.
Nice. I did the same. My friend Robert in high school, he was telling me about it, and I'm like, can I borrow it? And I tried it out, and I loved it. The only thing I hate is Master Aiden is gonna kick our ass, dude! Oh, dude!
That's why you don't play it with the English voices whenever there's Prinnies involved. Also, you would probably then hate the spin-off Operation Edna's Panties.
Hero? Yeah, no. I won't play the Printing Hero. But what was it, when Gaia D2 came out, I bought it. I loved
I hate
when
Axel. Axel's entire story arc for that alternate mode is just garbage.
No, I loved when they made Laharl a busty female, and he hated it. And Tekla and Flan are like, at least you have tits! I don't fucking want them! And then they have his character in Gaia 6. I am absolutely loving
the female Laharl's in actually a lot of games as being an unlockable character.
Raven.
Yeah, but I mean when they introduced him in Gaia D2. I was happy. Hey, I got an Astrolog. Hey.
Well, that's a carrot egg. Sucks to be you, Drew.
It's fine, I got one like 5 minutes ago.
That's a monkey flip. Well, I guess I'm taking a Kirin, because there's no Vault Reavers there for me.
Aw.
Don't bother me.
I know. But, I absolutely love Gaia 1, 2. I don't remember if I played 3. I probably did, but I don't remember.
3 was that weird school one.
Okay, that was the one with Mal and Res Barrel.
That is actually the only one that I've never played because I never owned a PS3.
A PSP?
3.
Oh, I have my PS3 still. And I still have my physical copy of Gaia D2.
What's the PS3?
Yeah,
that is the piece of shit 3.
I still have my 3, but there's another reason why I still have my PlayStation 3. Around that time, I had a really good laptop that I would download movies. I was a bad person. I pirated
Movies, quote unquote.
but I have all of the OVAs, I believe, of Future Diary. I have a good portion of the Hayao Miyazaki films. I have the entire anime of Black Butler. I have a lot of fucking, at least 200 to 300 movies on my PS3 that I downloaded and transferred on there. And then I have my, Alice Madness Returns game, which I would love to see a remake of, I'm not going to lie. I really love that game. It is gory, fucked up, and I enjoyed the shit out of it.
You know what was a great game? Okay, so Operation Darkness was a great game.
You two do it then.
What happened?
You and Drew do it then.
Do what?
Do it then. Do it right then.
Oh.
You've taken me along every single time.
Well, I didn't know Drew existed until now.
Well, we can alternate. Drew, do you want to jump in?
Yeah, I'll jump in, but then again, I don't have Lizzie on Switch,
So yeah, so Operation Darkness was a great game. It was a turn-based game, kind of like Disgaea actually, sort of. Except though one of the great parts of the game was that halfway through, it just all of a sudden became like you're just fighting Hitler's zombie army. Just out of fucking nowhere. It's like, okay, so it is no.
South Park Stick of Truth.
No, okay, so it is a like serious like turn-based style game about being the British Army in freaking World War II.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like so the entire early part of it, you're fighting people with tanks, armored cars, machine guns, snipers, and all of that shit. But then just all of a sudden, halfway through, Hitler's zombie army. And it's like, what the fuck just happened?
It's like the Nazi zombies in Stick of Truth. They just come out of...
It sounds historically accurate.
Except that, like, all of a sudden, it's just like literally just like magic pentagrams start spinning on the floor and zombies come up, and everyone it's like what except though then like everyone just after like the first time that they see them trying to figure out what the fuck it is just completely ignores the fact that they're zombies now.
It's historically accurate. I don't see the issue.
I would disagree highly. Just like how I would highly disagree that this color scheme you gave me looks good.
I mean, I'm not going to agree with you on that. I deliberately chose it to be bad.
The following is an official announcement to all Ravens. Our goal is to select a pilot from your ranks who is capable. The test consists of a series of targets that appear at random. Please note, all participants will be competing alongside other pilots. Details regarding the mission will be...
I'd say I'm gonna hop off from now. I got work in the morning tomorrow.
Actually, I think I'm gonna... Never mind, I'm staying. I'm just fucking with you all.
I don't know who I'm joining, so I'm going for a smoke.
You'll be joining Lizzie after she gets back.
But I've got my friend code, so...
Oh, we just lost Shappy.
Yeah, he's gone. He says he's gonna get some sleep 'cause he's got work tomorrow.
Main system engaging combat.
I actually like it when parties are hectic like this because it gets my mind working double time listening to 3 different conversations. Hectic parties do it for me. I'll do some bottle cap farming while I wait.
Bottle caps.
Yeah, might as well get myself set up.
Main system. Engaging combat mode.
That's fucking weird though. Hey, Aston.
What?
According to the internet machine, apparently my weight in pounds and my height in centimeters are both exactly the same at 189.
Weird.
Yeah. Although I'm only taking a rough guess on my weight because I don't have a set of scales, and the last time I weighed myself was ages ago. And being single made me lose weight.
Hello, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Main system. Engaging combat mode.
I've actually...
Okay. Alrighty. So Drew is doing the thing with me now, yeah?
Yeah, when he gets back from his smoke because he's unhealthy.
Okay.
So that'll be in about 20 minutes because Drew works on Drew time.
Okay. What else I have a PS1 copy of Legend of Dragoon as well.
See, this is how I know I'm not a gamer because I have no idea what you're talking about.
I have no
half the
clue what it
time.
is either.
Really? Okay.
Like like almost every game you've mentioned outside like the commonly known stuff, I just don't know.
It's okay.
Right.
You. Would you believe in high school, I had to prove to guys that girls fart.
Or they were just people who liked listening to girls fart and
I
trick you
guess,
into doing
I don't
it.
fucking know. Like, I
There are
can't
some weird
tell-
people.
I mean, I didn't care. It's really sad when I can rip ass better than a guy and belch better than guys. Then again, you know, my dad. The one thing that me and my sisters got from my dad, burp loud and proud. Mom didn't like it very much, but she has to deal with it now. So.
So that means I'm the only person in this party that doesn't have a dad.
Oh, that makes me sad. I'm so sorry. That's okay, I'm a kid. And I found out my biological mother was a slut who got drunk and slept with a bunch of different guys, and the only way she could tell who my father was by the color of my eyes. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring down.
I mean, I had a good relationship with my dad for a while.
Yeah. What happened?
He died of a heroin overdose.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It don't bother me. Like he's just a part of my life. It's just something that happened. I honestly don't really feel anything towards it. Glad I got to know him when I did.
Yeah. My friend Tony lost both his mom and dad. He lost his mom to a drunk driver who hit her around Halloween. So that's a hard time of year for him. And then...
Was that Keith coming back? Yes.
Might be Keith coming back. Oh god, here he comes. Hide the women and children. It's the sticky.
Joe, fuck off.
I'm heading for friend code now.
Which part? Wait, which part are you telling me to fuck off? She calling you the sticky or saying hide the women?
Both.
I think it's just a mixture of both.
I mean, we've been friends for a long time, but it's still annoying from time to time, Joe.
I did nothing wrong.
Are you sure?
I'm 100%. I never do anything wrong.
Oh, now that's a crock of shit. You know it. Which one do you want to do, fire or thunder?
Let's do thunder first.
Okay.
Of course, Keith's chasing that Astalos.
That's okay. I'm gonna use the code that Joe uses.
It's the usual code, Drew.
I know.
Alright, it's posted. You're looking for Lizzie, and Aurora is my in-game name.
What's the in-game name? Vol.
Aurora.
Vor? How did you get Vor out of Aurora?
Good question. Ask Keith.
I'm really tired.
Clearly, he was just telling us what his inner mind was thinking.
I mean, nice to know what kind of porn you watch, Drew.
What are your keys?
Yes.
Mission objective achieved. System switched to normal mode.
Honestly, haven't found anything I don't like, so yes is the best answer that I can give.
So what you're saying is that you like Vor.
Well, I haven't watched Vor, and it's kind of impossible to do Vor.
What do you mean?
You can't eat a person.
Have you tried?
You cut them up into small pieces. Either way, that's called cannibalism.
Yay!
Now, if you want proper Vor, you're gonna have to get a snake, but I can't guarantee you're gonna be alive after.
No, you can purchase Vor bags, which are these really awkward bags that you basically just completely fill with lube, and then you climb inside and seal it.
That's if you like being Vored, or if you like being the Vorer.
You get little mini
Don't
figurines.
like kidnapping with extra steps.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
You ran into the balloon rat! Nope.
When I was invisible.
I know.
Drew, you're awful at avoiding stuff.
It's only a Paloomer.
We could just go to the end and we'll get all the chests. You don't have to do the other nest if you don't want to.
No, the extra jeans will be kind of useful.
Okay.
Why wear jeans when you can wear a skirt?
Hey, I know some femboys who actually do wear skirts.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we all know femboys these days.
I know, one of them is Jeff.
He'll get mad, don't you call him that?
Yeah, but Jeff is also a vampire.
He is a vampire, yes.
I would inquire why, but I don't know if I want to know.
Because he names all of his shit very edgy, like Ranis
Oh,
Salazar.
not a vampire.
No, he's a vampire.
Vampirism is
Blah,
kind of
blah,
hot
blah.
though.
After this one, I need to go upstairs and get dinner. Dinner just finished cooking.
Alright, we'll try and speed this up.
Yeah, that's why I said I didn't mind if we just got all
That's
the
why you
chats.
have to have an oven inside your room so you can play as you cook. I do that.
I would love that, but see, me and my husband live in the basement, and the closest thing to an oven we could have would be a toaster oven, which I wouldn't mind
You
having.
can make a lot of things with the freaking toaster oven.
I know. I love teriyaki chicken wings. Yeah.
Play as you cook sounds like a good night in. The problem is I need to find a happy couple to do it with.
To do what?
To play as I cook.
Ah.
I mean, have you never fucked in a kitchen? It's amazing.
I have once.
See, when we had a house back east, and we moved back out to Colorado, to be with his family, you know, to help them and all that. Let me tell you, there was not a single place in that house that wasn't christened, I believe is the proper word.
You used the space effectively, understood.
Yeah. Oh my God, when we did it on the floor. Oh.
Yes, but did you do it on the ceiling?
I mean, we know some of the stuff got on the ceiling, that's for sure.
Have you tried the patented Tosh.0 sex zip line?
I like how you legit tried. Oh, it's a ruffian. Out of here. Wrong one. Wrong here. I pissed off the ruffian, I roared at her.
Oh shit.
Yep, I pissed her off. She came at me. I'm excited for the Orochi Kirin next month.
It's the one that I think is the biggest miss because there's so many ice monsters already.
It's the Black Kirin.
I know, I've killed plenty of them in 4.
And we're also getting Solstier and Elder Frost.
Yeah. I love
So
how
what you're saying is they're adding too many ice monsters.
There's too many ice monsters, yeah. And so I feel like...
the Ruby Alpha Sapphire, too much water.
What the fuck is this lagging like shit?
Yeah, honestly, if they could replace Orochi Kirin with Namiel, that would balance it out a lot better. Because we need another water boy.
Namiel is based off a vampire squid, and I love it.
You had me at vampire.
Didn't you know that's what her movement and how she looks based off of?
I just saw it as a sea creature on land. That's cool as hell.
You know, she's based off a vampire squid who was made into a dragon.
Can we get Gogmazios in stories too, please?
My friend Tony wants them to bring back the fuck was he called? The one that causes frenzy, and I think was the
Shigara Magala.
Yeah,
Those two. I mean, I'd prefer Gogmazios because Gog is great.
I wouldn't know who that is, but okay, I will take your word
It's
for it.
the big sticky tar boy.
I didn't even know she was even for me. I didn't even fucking.
Remember, I went from freedom to world, so I don't know a lot of monsters.
He is literally God.
You missed the best two. You missed the best 2 generations. 3rd and 4th gen are great.
Especially underwater combat.
Underwater combat was lit.
Highlight of the entire Monster Hunter series, to be honest.
I think my friend Tony's done the same.
You literally skipped the best entries in the series, like 3 Ultimate and 4 Ultimate.
See,
Like,
but that thing was okay. So I have a lot of mental disabilities, so I get SSI, and when I was living back east, I guess is when those games would have came out. So I didn't have any money because all my money was going into my house to pay for
Mhm.
bills. And yeah.
fair enough. Maybe
And
maybe try picking them up now. I mean, 4 Ultimate still has active service, so we can play with you on that
It
one.
does.
I know I have Generations Ultimate on my Switch, but which is the one you're talking about with the
Yeah,
God?
we also have that one.
Huh?
GOG is
Yeah,
in
there's
4,
that one
but
as well.
GOG is great, especially his special quest bombs over GOG Mazios. God, is it awful.
Man, I loved that quest. It was great.
It's fucking bullshit. Oh, hey, RNG says it started under me. Guess I'll die. If you're, like, anything that is a heavy weapon that is slower to sheath. Oh, it started under me. Guess I'll die.
Hey, Yasin,
Granted, it's the same
remember when you...
thing as 140 Shigaru. I rolled to dodge a mine, and another one is in the way. Well, guess I'll die.
Hey, Yasin, remember when we spawned in and you got instantly nuked?
Yes, literally, the fight started. Why am I dead? Literally loaded into the quest, and I'm already dead.
The game when you want to see it. Hey kids, want to see a dead body? And that's what happened.
I love it. He just got popped instantly.
I don't know.
Or when we were fighting chaotic Gormagala, and I'm trying to walk into the area it's in, and no one else is in the area, and I'm walking into an explosion aimed at the entrance 2 times in a row. Like, no one's in the room. Who are you attacking?
It's chaotic.
I'm pissed off, and I want to make shit explode. Leave me alone. Don't judge me. I'm a monster.
Well, Yasin, the key is in the name. It is chaotic Gormagala.
It's chaotic neutral. Chaotic lawful good. Chaotic evil.
And you got chaotic evil that time round.
Honestly, I would love to see Joe controlling a Rajang.
You wouldn't move. You straight up wouldn't be able to move. I would just be punching the shit out of everything. It'd be great.
Hey, that sounds like me in Destiny, because I'm a Titan main. What's really sad is the only reason I did make a Titan was because, I can't punch people in real life. So I have to do it in a video game. May as well be a Titan. I have very obscure reasons for making the characters I do. Certain games. It is not okay.
Yeah, in my one, I was a hunter.
Yeah, I have all 3 classes, but I've been a Titan main since D1. And because of the new exotic they have for the Titans, which makes the Thunder Crash even more powerful, I have been using it. Leave me alone, Jaggy! I'll fucking punch you in the butt! Leave me alone. Stupid fucking monster. No! Stay away. Alright.
I don't know enough about Destiny to be able to say what I would play.
Okay, so Joe, here is what I did and what you would probably do. Okay, so the Hunter has got an alternate spec. So basically for PvP, you can sit invisible on a capture the flag point and then just one-shot cut people's necks from behind them and then just keep doing it as everyone tries to come onto the point.
Actually, you can't do that as much anymore. I know.
I only played it for like 2 weeks and then the game was such shit I had to stop.
Because I know my playstyle is like really awkward zoning.
Okay, then you'd be the Magus. Or just the Hunter's gun spec where it's like, hey, special. Here's this James Buck Bond golden gun. It pierces and one-shots people. You have 1 bullet.
Yeah, fuck it, I'll take a Kezo egg.
Oh, you were okay.
Sticky Kezu.
Oh, so Keith gets the dick to ride this quest.
It's good straight in the bin as soon as I hash it, bro. So
That's a little thing. I'll take it. Hey.
I missed an egg down here.
You know, Keith's riding dicks again.
Chicken enchiladas.
Yeah,
Okay.
and French fries.
You're gonna stick. You're gonna make the enchiladas.
That is a Folger. I don't want a Folger.
I love when there is a gun that is so overpowered that every following game, the gun has less than a tenth
Crap.
of the ammo.
Fucking Lagai Chris is fucking popped up.
What popped up? What is it?
Lagai Chris.
Oh, okay. I'll come
I
out.
got
Egg.
I got Lagai Chris egg and fucking popped out of fucking nowhere.
Like, you're taking my baby, bitch! Yeah, and you're gonna get away with this baby, too. We're gonna murder its mom.
But Keith, you've already got a foreskin. Why would you need anything else?
Plan to send a Raven into Layered Hub. We believe they are after information. It's unknown whether any information can be retrieved from the controller's databanks, but we're not willing to take it. This mission has two objectives. The first is to
That reminds me, boys, don't forget to wash under your foreskin. Hooded heroes unite.
data retrieval.
Oh no, he's searching power.
This is your regular PSA.
Which PSA?
And to remember to wash under your foreskin regularly.
Good for you, Joe. I hope you're happy with yourself.
Wrapped it on the suit!
Main system. Engaging combat.
Hey, it keeps you happy and healthy, and it keeps your girl healthy.
Oh good, he did.
Because believe it or not, not every girl is Wallace from Wallace and Gromit. They don't like the extra cheese.
I actually get that, you're terrible. I have watched the Wallace and Gromit stuff. Oh god. I think I actually saw the Were-Rabbit movie when I was in
Just as we
theaters.
thought.
Feel fucking old and I hate it.
Moonsault here. Target identified. Moving in.
I used to have a handful of Wallace and Gromit smegma memes.
Roger that. Proceed as
Why?
planned.
Because it's funny.
Right.
Wait,
Because
what?
there's-
Nib's got a breath attack? What?
I
Yeah.
wouldn't know him a breath attack.
Because it's Nergigante, it shouldn't have a breath attack.
Nargigante has ice breath.
It has a mouth, therefore it can have a breath attack.
Okay, so he gave you Nurg all sorts of elements.
Engaging the target now.
You mean elephants?
Oh. Wiggy boy!
Watch out, Raven.
I think this time it's attacking you. Oh, no, me.
Time
Oh,
to
you,
overnight.
okay.
Let's finish this.
Now, with a poison killer. Oh,
You'll pay for that,
Yep.
Raven.
Yep. Lifeless eye! Silky white lifeless eye!
Right. One last egg to grab.
Yep.
And hope to God I get an Ivy Lagai Chris egg.
Why Ivory?
Because it has the ability to move transfer pressure, which is a power electric move, which I will need to put onto my Astalos.
Area secure. Good work, Raven.
Mission objective achieved. System
And I need
switched
way
to
more
online.
Astalos eggs to pass on its new charge up move to give to my Thunderlord and whatnot.
Thunderlord Ogre.
I mean, I'm happy with my Kirin.
Have you tried making a Thunderlord Xenogre water?
There's no point because the element changing thing's being removed now.
But
Sadly.
can't you still do it?
It was in the game originally, but it was a bug. But
Oh.
this update removed the coding completely.
Why though? It was in Stories 1. They should have kept it.
There's our Palumu.
It's a
Right.
balloon rat. It's like a Moogle. It's a balloon rat.
Moogle sounds edible.
I promise you, they're not.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Pretty sure you fuck with the wrong Moogle. It will not be pleasant.
But are you sure it's not edible?
I mean, I was hoping Chocobo wasn't edible in Final Fantasy World. Then I played 15 and I made myself upset. Because I ordered a Chocobo sandwich thinking it wasn't actually going to be Chocobo. And it scarred me. I love
Well,
Chocobos. They're adorable, but I
well,
was
they're
not
just-
ready.
well, aren't the Chocobo just Final Fantasy chickens?
I know. Kentucky Fried Chocobo. Believe me, I know.
I mean, I wouldn't eat it anyway, I'm vegetarian.
Huh?
I wouldn't eat it anyway, I'm vegetarian.
I love meat.
We've
I am a
lost
carnivore.
contact with our scientists working at Villius Laboratory. A reconnaissance top secret research is routinely carried out in the lab, and access can only be gained by first bypassing
Oh,
a
no,
winding
not a
labyrinth
speed.
of tunnels.
Time to pop this.
Although we don't know the exact whereabouts of the reconnaissance patrol,
A lot of
likely
people
they
look.
became
gonna
lost
be in
before
chat
reaching the
for it.
lab. As I'm sure you are
Oh,
aware, anything you
for a good
learn
while, I think till
Okay.
till the end
Okay.
of.
I left for a little bit to eat and stuff and then came
Yeah,
back.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay. We get to do an air showdown.
They're here somewhere. Let's go. Commencing our search. Good luck, Raven.
Main system. Engaging combat.
Kick him down. Sparta. Ah, come on, dude. Oh, what armor are you wearing?
I'm wearing the Diablo's armor, and I've got the Bolt River Astalos layered.
Okay.
Why didn't you wear the cove layered? It makes you look fat.
The core armor for men look this crap.
Yeah, but don't you want to look fat?
No.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, welcome, Henry. You missed the PSA. Don't forget to wash under your foreskin regularly.
AC part acquired.
You're just having fun saying that at this point, I think.
No, I've got to make sure that the boys remember.
Oh, But
A lot of guys out there don't get reminded, and if they don't get reminded, they might forget to do it. If they forget to do it, then when they finally meet that special girl, she'll get repulsed because they'll have white crust dripping from the dick.
Unfortunately, some girls are actually into that.
I am not one.
Have you
What do you mean?
have you tried?
What do you mean, unfortunately, Drew?
Joe, how can you think this is that? Oh,
Maybe someone's turned him down for it. Wait,
Yeah.
so hold on, so Henry entered back. Good on you for reminding your Cape Crusader compatriots.
Oh,
Thank you, Henry.
right, hopefully that's alright.
well, say,
It's a king's duty to look after his fellow kings.
The king has got to polish his crown, I guess.
Holla at the hooded heroes.
Oh, you're fighting a regular Aslos.
yeah. I didn't even grab an Asplos egg. It's just, you know what? Bam.
I still wish they never made this first person view in this game.
And what?
This Armored Core game. The first person view is awful. It's honestly, it's such a freaking detriment for not being able to see anything near you.
Ah, okay.
Like, it's a freaking just the whole game is awful. I mean, the game is great. Just this, there is no. I don't understand the single reason of why anyone would want this, besides doing a challenge run because it makes it so much harder.
I mean, that would be like asking people, how did you play the third person view on Resident I heard that was terrible. I never played the original Resident PS1.
It's not 6, so it's not the good Resident Evil.
Have you ever played Outlast?
No. I haven't played many games, if I'm honest.
Joe's not a big fan on horror.
I wasn't a fan of games until I got older, but Outlast is one of the more well.
No, it's not that, Drew. It's if I want horror, I can look out the window.
I'm sorry. Why?
Yeah, I don't get that one.
Well, we're currently living in a plague-ravaged world. If I want horror, I can look out the window.
Well, we've always lived in a plague-ravaged world. It's just a matter of, you know, it wasn't this bad. But then again, we have idiots all over the world who choose to either get vaccinated or wear a mask, and it's like, okay.
I personally quite like my masks. Besides, if I want horror, I've got manga on my shelf.
I have a few of Junji Ito's work in terms of manga.
Which is so weird because doesn't that guy have like one of the most cheery personalities on the planet?
Yeah, he does. It's great. Yeah, I've got six of his books on my shelf. If I want to read some horror.
Yes. That's what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
Joe lives on Turf Island, and the Tories are in power.
You want to know what's really funny? I found a thing where they had asked Hayao Miyazaki and Junji Ito if they like the Beatles. So, Hayao Miyazaki does not like the Beatles. He creates these wonderful animated movies that are all nice and stuff. Junji Ito loves the Beatles, and he creates Stephen King-based horror manga.
And I mean, you're not wrong with the UK being a turf-based island. It kind of is. There's a lot of turfs in the UK.
You made it. We're saved.
But I fell in love with Junji Ito's work actually like a few years ago, and I own the complete Tomei edition. I have Frankenstein, Shiver, Fragments of Horror, and I plan on getting some of his other work too.
I have Tomie, Gyo, Uzumaki, Smashed, Shiver, and No Longer Human.
I want to get Gyo.
Yeah, Gyo's a good one. It's small, but it's good.
Yeah. And then I did watch Funimation, the collection.
I haven't watched that because literally every story on that is one that I can read.
Society of JKR. Who is JKR? Oh, that's JK Rowling.
Yes, that
Let's
is
see
their-
what. Let's see this link you gave me.
Yeah, but it's not.
The
It's
link
not
doesn't
J.K.
work.
Rowling. It's just kidding Rowling.
Yeah, that link doesn't go anywhere, by the way.
Oh, I need to get more of them, but I watched Glepnir, the anime. It was really good, and it's
Oh, that's the
fucked up.
first. Actually, didn't J.K. Rowling just all of a sudden just became ridiculously like based?
Yeah, on
He's
Twitter.
very much hated right now by the LGBT community. I believe.
Isn't this like a year after she made like half of the Harry Potter characters gay?
Dude,
It was after the Cursed Child, I think.
she's literally always been like this. If you look at the subtext of Harry Potter, it's in there.
Well, the only gay character is Dumbledore. That's literally it. And Grindelwald.
What about Dumbledore?
He touched wands with another man.
He touched once.
Did they actually say that?
Long stop.
It was stupefying.
I have a mod in my Skyrim game that lets me use Avada Kedavra. I can just instantly kill dragons and it's like, oh, cool.
I think that spell is the most ridiculous thing ever. It's literally just gun the spell.
Yeah, there's no repercussions on using it either.
Yeah, it's literally just gun.
It's literally just,
I mean,
you're gonna die. Why don't you just grab a gun? It does the same thing.
I mean, even the creator curse will not even work properly if you don't actually have the intent to actually torture.
What about torture now?
No, you're talking about just saying that you're using the killing curse has no repercussions compared to the other curses.
Why? But why would you ever need a torture curse when you have gun?
To be fair, they could just use
fine.
guns and have ended a lot of that shit.
Hey, I wonder if they ever use that torture curse in kinky situations.
I mean,
There has to be masochists in the Harry Potter world. Swear to God, there does.
I mean, you could also
isn't Voldemort a masochist?
You could also use the control curse in kinky situations if you want.
These are the questions we need answered.
I believe these are the questions no one asked and we don't need answered. So,
No.
speaking of Harry Potter, have you read the book Harry Potter and What Seemed Like a Very Large Pile of Ash?
No.
Please YouTube Harry Potter and What Seemed Like a Very Large Pile of Ash, and you can listen to an AI. Okay, so it is basically it is an AI that was fed every single Harry Potter book 20 times and then asked to write its own Harry Potter book.
Oh, it's like the Batman movie one.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so look up Soot House, Harry Potter, and what looked like a very large pile of ash. It is fantastic.
Okay.
I'm serious,
By the way,
just do it now.
No, I can't.
You
I'm
can do
using
whatever you want to do. You are a strong, independent woman, and you don't need any man to complete you.
As true as this is, I'm currently using my phone to talk to you. And that is what I watch YouTube on.
I mean, it's the same reason I can't watch videos or listen to music on stream, Yasuna.
You're not getting a music bot.
We need a music bot, goddammit.
But we don't.
Not this again.
But, I
So
also
first,
have hentai mangas as well, amongst my other mangas. I have all 4 books of interspecies reviewers, and I have a few yaois.
That's that anime you were talking about, Yasuda.
Which one?
Interspecies reviewers.
I
The
have
one, the
never.
one.
I have no clue what you're talking about, so that ain't
That's
me.
that's the one that Funimation took and then decided they were going to keep forever.
No, that
I
was
have
the
no clue
one
what you're
I
talking about.
took because, goddamn, it's too much
Oh
sex.
no! It was Shaplar I was having this conversation with. Never mind.
I am sad that they removed it, I'm not gonna lie, because I wanted to watch it.
Honestly, the premise itself sounds amazing, and it's something I would watch.
Yeah, so you can buy it on, I think either Etsy or something, but it's subbed, so it's gonna be in Japanese anyway. And
I actually prefer subbed anime, so that would do it for me.
But yeah, it's great, and I actually got one of my friends to read it, and he's like, "Oh my god, I fucking love it," and I'm like, "I knew you would." Not a doubt in my mind.
You know, subbed anime implies that dom anime exists.
Okay, so Henry appreciates your recognition of the neo-lib subtext of Harry Potter. The guy who they said the guy who fundamentally changes nothing.
How's it going, Raven?
And then I have like a crap ton of animation.
The supply vehicle can recharge your AC
Well,
Keith has a cool body pillow. Does that count?
I actually have a Sebastian Michaelis body pillow that I got from Anime Next.
I've been to Anime Next. Wait, what state do you live in?
I now live in Colorado, but I lived in New Jersey.
Ah, I live in Jersey currently.
Where?
Jersey.
Yeah, what part?
I am currently by Trenton. I used to be by Freehold.
Okay. When I was living out east, we lived in Franklin Park.
Yeah, I know
Yeah. And then I lived in like 3 different places in Jersey. First North Brunswick, then East Brunswick, and then Franklin.
These are all American words. I don't understand them with my
They
queen
aren't
speaking
words,
English.
they're places.
And now I live in Arvada, Colorado.
By the way, question for you, Joe. How is Old Jersey doing over there?
I don't know. They're a separate island.
What?
What? The reason why it's called New York and New Jersey is because there's a York and Jersey at inside Britain.
Yeah, you know the YouTuber Zero Lenny? He's from York.
Never heard of him.
He does the Dark Souls runs. He's fucking great.
That's like 9,000 people are Dark Souls streamers. Honestly, if it is not Lobos, I don't think anyone cares.
You know, I didn't play Dark Souls for the first time until my friends told me what's from. And they're like, you know, you're the first one to learn real quick in this game. I was like, okay.
Dark Souls is great. Yasuna loves Dark Souls 3 halberd hitboxes.
No, that's not a halberd. It's just a split leaf greatsword. You miss on your screen and I still get hit.
I don't know when my friends Tony and Alex were first bringing me through Sen's Fortress. Tony mentally and emotionally broke when we finally got through it. He's like, okay, I'm done for the night. I need to go cry in a corner because of this shit. So
Sen's Fortress is easy.
He hates Sen's Fortress. And on the...
That is honestly my favorite map.
Alright. I don't mind it. It's just, it's a pain in the ass here and there, but it's timing.
I mean, as long as you're not doing summons, like there's really quick ways of getting through it.
Yeah, but on our recent playthrough in there, we came across one of those crabs, and he's like, you stay away from that, and I'm like, the fuck is it?
Oh, you got a Vagrant! Vagrants are great!
Vagrants are one of the best things ever. You want as many of them as you can get.
I got
Yeah.
one in Tomb of the Giants the other day.
Yes, then you play with me and we get 9,000 of them.
Yeah, we beat the crap. We did.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. So, there are
What did you get out of it?
Okay, so there are good vagrants that just run, and then there's bad ones that'll just freaking fuck you up, especially if they're inside a lot of places.
What did you get out of your vagrant?
Which one?
It was a red one. Trying to
Ooh,
remember.
the bad vagrant. Mine gave me twin humanities. Mine was a good vagrant. Mine was a bad vagrant, but it gave me some good loot.
Yeah, there was one time I think one of them gave me like 40 humanity.
And 10,000. I don't. What was really bad was it wasn't. So there was that, and then there was the 10 to 19 in there. So it was a bit of a dance in there.
Wait, I've just realised that vagrant was my souls.
Amazing.
No, because I died after killing Pinwheel with 2 soft humanity. In Tomb of the Giants, and then like half an hour later, I got back. I was still in Tomb of the Giants, and my vagrant turned back up after having killed half a dozen people in Tomb of the Giants.
Well, this time you got an Astrolus, and I got a Kieran.
Yeah, I decided to ditch the Kieran for an Astrolus.
Yeah. I don't mind getting enough Kieran. It means I can just.
You should like Kirin. It's the best thunder monster in the game.
Yeah, my friend Tony absolutely hated Kieran.
I love when one of them sub-7s Jeff.
Yeah, Jeffy got destroyed by a Kirin.
In world. Sub-7 seconds, we failed the hunt. It was a 1 fate.
I'm guessing he thundered the spawn.
He got just instantly paralyzed and then killed.
Yep. That's why, okay, so one of my builds I have in World, I can't be stunned, I have earplugs, and I have a lot.
At this point, fatty gear, you should never be stunned.
Yeah.
What do you mean? You don't ever use the fatty helm.
I know what the fuck you're talking about, of course you do.
I use the AT Velk helm for the max kill.
Because longsword. Or, you know, things that aren't guns.
No, I use that on all my other melee. My longsword uses the Frostfang Barrioth chest for the punishing draw.
Oh, that's Alright, I'm gonna go eat dinner and stuff, and I'll be back in a bit.
Okay.
Alright, I'll probably catch you next time because I'll be shooting off in a minute.
Okay, have a good night.
Yeah,
Keep
I'll
gotta
probably
work. Working cringe.
Right, so this Astrolus has got kinship lodge and anti.
Time to go back for the ammo refill again. I hate this map. It's so freaking long that they give you 2 ammo refills, but to get it, you have to run all the way back to the entrance.
Friendly reminder that Keith is a wage slave.
And so you'll be as well once you get a fucking job.
Unless he makes his own job. Hell, my current goal is to become popular enough with this that I can pay for Joe so he doesn't have to get a job. That was my entire goal in this.
And I'm okay with this. Because then I can call Keith a wagey. And not, while not being a wagey.
Oh, thank God they made this thing move up. So, like, almost not the entrance.
Checking status.
I need to level up. I need. I need to get the monsters leveled up now. What Weaver in that one. Ravenous in that one. The Pod Expedition. Then the last one, put a Karen in there, so it's first attack, which is electric on my Asterix.
The Oculus doesn't have a horn.
Yes, it does. Fort River has a horn. So you've not seen its head.
That's a crest, not a horn.
It's got a horn on its nose.
It's a crest.
It's got a small horn on its nose.
No, that's a crest.
Do I really have to go and fucking show you?
It's a crest, Drew. It's not a horn.
The crest is on its forehead. The horn is on its nose.
It doesn't have a horn. It has a crest.
Raven, I released the lock.
There's a few material. Time to save the game.
Henry, I forgot. How many of these do I have to kill to get all of the items from the stage?
Right, I'll see you guys later.
See you later, dude.
I believe it was 3, so I should be good. It's 40% the hidden item and then the first 3.
Up ahead. Prototype destroyed.
Okay, if I did it right, I should get 4 items from this at the end, to the ending screen. Vessel Edition, 3 AICs. It's 1, 2, 3. Yep, got all 4. Good. I don't believe I wanted any of it, but I don't care. It's mine now. I'm not selling anything, Henry. I'm keeping all of it. For no reason. I don't need money. Yeah, so it seems that while the cockpit view has so many disadvantages, as soon as you it's not exactly what you think I'd say. What? Did I miss something? Oh no, someone using orbital death lasers on your fascist ass? What did you say, Joe? I wasn't paying attention.
Nothing.
Let me play a song on the world's smallest violin for you. I honestly missed something. But yeah, so Henry, so basically what it seems to be is that as soon, especially when I'm using like much smaller aim for that cannon, as soon as anything like enters the box. No, I'm not reacting to Crest being cryberry bitch boy fashion. The people in the game. That was something Joe said. No, I'm reacting to Crest being crybaby bitch boy fascists. Awesome. Okay, saying so it seems that once something enters the target box, especially the small cannon, it just immediately snaps my entire camera to center on them. And like if it's a point where like they're dodging around, I can keep using it just to snap on and keep target on them. And you really don't like Crest, do you, Henry? Does this happen in third person? I've never actually noticed. Oh, hold on. I need to...
Or do you need 3?
No. I need 9. Crest gets the bullet, the suicidal piss-snorting fucks. Okay.
Agreed.
You don't even know what that is. You don't know who Crest is at all.
I agree with the sentiment.
God, I have too many items. Crest would gladly let the remnants of humanity die to turn a buck. Probably, actually.
Actually, that's kind of based.
I wonder what I could change to lower my weight. What do you think, Henry? Anything I could change to lower my weight?
Just eat less.
No, I'm making a joke because I use this really heavy-ass freaking radiator that he hates. Because there is in theory almost zero use for it to even exist. Especially because of how the game functions. You could honestly ignore the entire part entirely and save so much on weight. But just for like the 2 uses within 12 hours where you'd actually have for it, I keep it on. Alright, need a head with no radar. There we go. Henry, do you... No, not probably. Actually, that's them calling and passive-aggressive whining in the last mission of AC3 that you're being a big meanie pants that takes fate into your own hands. True. They did do that. They did honestly bitch that you were, fixing an issue that was going to kill everyone because it didn't help them get more money.
Exhaustive study of the satellite blueprints captured by...
Well, how are you supposed to turn a profit that way?
Consider doing so. A thorough, hands-on search of the... We're sending you in to fulfill this objective.
Henry, do you remember where the hidden item is in this map? I know that there's a hidden item. I have a time limit for one of the parts. One of them is to fully map it, and then the other is to fully map it without using a head that has a map, so you're basically mapping it blind. I believe I remember where all of the hidden sections are. There are 2 spots where you purposely have to jump for it to count. I just don't remember. I think the part's inside the 9th hallway.
I remember you doing this because you were bitching and moaning about that room you had to jump in for because you were trying to do it for like an hour that one time.
Yeah, it was like an hour because I didn't. That was like 6 or 7 months ago. But goddamn, it's like why the fuck is it? Oh my god, I had to jump here. You fucking dicks.
I remember that. You were so mad. You were mad for like an hour. You were mad for like an hour afterwards.
But it doesn't tell you have to jump.
You were so mad.
Well,
It was great.
good news. There is no bitchin' combat section. Granted, you did miss the outside area that it was just raining satellite laser blasts the entire time. That is a fun map.
This is Icarus.
Just RNG. You just got shot and lost half your health. Fuck you.
I'll hold it, docking bay S2.
No, fuck you.
No, fuck you.
No, fuck you.
Yeah, it fucking rules. Also, the fact that there is a hidden part that you get by jumping into the missile silo after it blows it open, but then you have to get in there and grab it before it gets shot with you in there with all the missiles.
Main system. Engaging combat.
Honestly, I didn't actually really get hit by them. Which is good. I didn't suck it up.
Why do they call them missiles if they want them to hit things? That's the question.
Joe! Really?
What? What?
You really just say that?
Yes.
God, these have a large health pool.
Am I wrong though? You're booing me, but am I wrong?
Joe, you can't just ask why they're missiles.
The gates are locked.
They should be called hittles.
We have to find the controls.
And I have to ask, you're the American, you should be able to tell me about these new fandangled tools of war.
Security units are closing on my position. Get back to the docking port as soon as possible. There's not much time. Let's hurry.
See, look, one of the very few times the radiator works. Wow, just because I'm American doesn't mean I know about all dangerous weaponry. I do, but still. I think I remember where it was.
Is it where you left it?
Pretty sure I missed the timer by a long shot, but as long as I have the hard ones, I can get the timer one later. Pretty sure I did actually miss where the hidden item was, but whatever. I can come back for it later.
There's no time left. Hurry.
Actually, because I still do have time, I'm gonna actually, and I definitely missed the other time, I'm gonna go get the hidden item at least. Yep, I was right, it was here, okay.
AC part acquired.
AC recovered.
Mission objective achieved. System switch to normal mode.
The napalm house, I got the optional part, didn't get the high back missiles though. Ooh, these were expensive parts. Oh, that was the ammo. That was just the fucking chain gun. God, that chain gun was worthless. Talk about making a useless item. $400 a round for less damage than the rifle. God, that's awful. Bless you.
I'm setting Jeff off again.
What did you do to Jeff?
I sent him Ben Shapiro's face photoshopped on a woman, and I also sent him more Christian memes.
Right. Did you see the one I posted about Chris Chan escaping and then getting tasered? The video
No,
was
I
great.
didn't.
Okay, so inside the, I think I put it inside the NSFW or meme. I think it was the NSFW one, and then I also tagged it. Sorry, Jeff. It's Chris Chan, I guess, escaping from wherever he's at, naked and getting tasered. Now, I'm not sure if it's actually Chris Chan, but does that part actually matter?
No.
This is an emergency request. A massive attack has been launched against our main headquarters. Crest somehow found out about our plans to gain control of the satellite. They're doing everything they can to stop us. The attack consists of both ground and air units. Our security team is overwhelmed. Right now, their effort. This leaves the building's rooftop undefended. One of our dropships is waiting to get you.
Yes. Right. There's think there's a part in here around around the helipad. Oh, that's useful. There's multiple helipads. Fuck me.
Enemy aircraft approaching. Don't let any of them land.
Main system. Engaging combat mode.
One of the helicopters touched down. Take it out. One of the helicopters touched down. Take it out.
Ben Shapiro is a helium-inflated cunt.
They're withdrawing. Good work, Raven.
My sister's got some
There's
fire
the hidden
melting.
part. Thank God I just found it.
Decent part acquired.
Good fan with like 2 or 3 seconds to spare.
EUC's Cobra and water hazard identified.
AC target identified. Commencing attack.
Inside. Destroy them immediately.
Yes, rush me with that flamethrower, please. Don't dodge me at all. Ooh, weapon arms, perfect. Just died there.
Mission objective achieved. System switch to normal mode.
So what's wrong with Ben Shapiro?
Nothing's wrong with Ben Shapiro. He's just a walking meme, and the more he tries to not be a meme, the more of a meme he becomes. And he might have a slight fetish for his sister.
A slight fetish for his sister?
Just a small one.
Our scientists are hard at work refining what could be a revolutionary breakthrough in generator enhancement. We'd like you to participate in the next round of tests. The technology is still at an early stage of development, but the prospects are encouraging. What AC pilot wouldn't and should research efforts pan out as we expect them to? The breakthrough would open avenues in AC development. The test will be conducted under conditions that normally push generate. The tests consist of 2 parts: missile avoidance and combat actions against. Our scientist, the tech. Test preparations are almost complete. We'll start with missiles. Do your best to avoid being hit.
Right, what was the cheese for this one, Henry?
Are you allowed to fire back on our units?
There is no cheese. Just do it.
In combat
Begin.
I believe it was this. Yes, it was. I love cheese.
Session results recorded. Let's continue. Commence your attack. Test complete. What? These aren't our units. We're under attack. Raven, protect the transports.
Are these mirages? Raven looks around. I think we need prepare.
achieved. System switch to normal mode.
Yeah, I did something wrong there. Should have been a giant thing.
Main system. Engaging combat mode.
Begin. Session results recorded. Let's continue. Commence your attack. Test complete. What? These aren't our units. We're under attack. Raven, protect the transports.
Are these mirages? Raven, you're surrounded. Be prepared.
Here's the giant.
We made it. Thank you for your help, Raven.
Mission objective achieved. System switch to normal mode.
Yes, back booster. Don't know why that exists. So how is stories going, Joe?
Not much story. Just a gone done did the story.
So how
No,
fast
well,
do you finish the story in stories?
Not too fast. It took me 80 hours, but I took my time with it. It took Keith probably over 100 hours, but he really took his time with it. I know people that do stuff like this relatively quickly and don't care much, but the story probably did it in like 40 to 60 hours. So, you know, there's still a good chunk of game. And there's a lot to do post-game. There's a good amount of DLC too. So, all in all, plenty to get on with. Culver's exactly how she was in World. You need to do it with another person, realistically, and it pays to have a thunder set for mantle and an ice set for when she loses her mantle.
And yes, I mean, I obviously know the back boosters to go fast, but it's worthless in these older games. Apparently, Ben is a far-right grifter. He couldn't make it in Hollywood to fight his family in the biz.
Emergency strike teams have been dispatched to those facilities.
He's not that far right. He's more center right, but he's even a fucking meme in them. Like he's like baby's first right winger. If you like
first right winger.
Seriously, like that's what people know him as, because he's like he doesn't get in depth, and he's not gritty enough to you know like be full. To you know like be a hard hit of like right wing politics. He literally covers the bare minimum.
Couldn't make it Hollywood. You know, at least he tried in Hollywood. That's more than I could say, and that's a lot more than Joe could say.
And to be honest, if you want baby's first right winger, if you want someone who's actually fucking entertaining baby's first right winger, Alex Jones exists, and Alex Jones is just a better Ben Shapiro, if you ask me.
You'll cover ground faster if you split up.
Because Alex Jones is at least, you know, you can look at him, you can laugh at him, and he's fucking great. Like, the man embraced his meme status, and I can't hold anyone in higher regard than for doing that.
AC part acquired.
But to be honest, I fell out of politics years ago, because no one does it for me.
Oh god, I have to do the box mini game.
The left is too afraid of treading on everyone's toes, and the right doesn't actually appeal to people like me. So it became a lot more fun to just sit back and watch the world burn slowly.
Well, that didn't work.
AC are acquired.
God, doing this in first person is awful. So Joe, so if you had to say who the most right-wing person on the planet is, would it be Keith?
No, he's just racist. He's not actually right wing.
Hold on.
Oh, welcome back. You've come just as we're discussing how racist Keith is.
Wait, where did the other one go?
He went to bed like the flaming racist he is.
The flame. Is that like a flaming gay?
Yeah, except it's racist, not gay. Well, it's also gay, but it's also racist.
Okay.
But it's mostly racist.
So Drew went to bed.
Yeah. Whereas we call him Keith.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, get used to hearing him called Keith. We all call him Keith.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, my nickname is Izzy, so that works.
It's his white supremacist name, so we use it most.
Yeah. So we got Joe, and I don't Tetsu Kabe. That is other Joe?
No, I am not.
Yeah.
We have like 8 Joes. I am not one of them, except though my middle name is in fact Joe.
Oh, what's your first name?
Connor.
Ah! Okay. So Connor, Joe, Andrew, Keith.
No, Keith.
I said Keith.
Good. I will correct you every time you don't say Keith, though. We have to enforce the status quo. He is always Keith. Until he drops the racist language, he will be Keith.
Raven, do you copy?
Okay.
I can't advance until you've destroyed the controls.
I love it.
I'm under attack.
So
Hurry.
my husband made chicken enchiladas and French fries for dinner. It was pretty good.
I'm vegetarian, so no comment.
I know. But my cousin Lori and her family are vegetarian, and I just can't. It's I need meat.
Lock released. Moving up.
Like, hey, if that's your lifestyle, I'm not gonna judge you for it. It's just I can't.
I
So they
understand that.
had like my cousin Lori's daughter Violet. Yeah, Violet. She had a bat mitzvah last year, and I flew out to California because at the time there was a lot going on out here, and my husband needed to stay here, which I understood, and so did the family. And they had like that vegetarian meat, the plant-based.
Yeah.
Fried it, and it's like this, the non-meat. And I guess.
I think that's
I don't know. It was just weird, but they had like a they had that, and then they had I guess kind of like vegetarian Asian food. So like they had bone noodles. I hope not noodles. And stuff like that. But it was like more plant-based than anything. So beyond meat. It was so bad. And then I think after that we all went to the we were at a hotel and we went across the street to the grocery store and got like actual food.
I mean, 90% of vegetarian food, if it tastes wrong, if it doesn't taste good, or if it doesn't taste like anything, either you've seasoned it wrong, you haven't seasoned it, or you've cooked it wrong.
I mean, it was a bat mitzvah. It could have been any of those, maybe all of those.
Because honestly, Vegetarian food can taste exactly like anything else, provided it's not a red meat. They've never gotten a red meat right, but if it's a white meat, they can do it. You just need to cook it for a different length of time than you would normal meat, and you need to season it properly.
Yeah, no, I know. I've had
Typically needs to be in for less
vegetarian
time.
lasagna, I think.
I can't comment on that because I make mine from scratch.
Yeah, I figured. What do you put in yours?
Usually whatever I've got lying around.
So, like, do you use, like, carrots, peas, and obviously, like, the noodles, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And then do you put any kind of cream or anything in it?
We usually make a cheese sauce.
I want to try that from you. But I have to fly to the UK, huh?
And I also have to be in the mood to cook.
Oh, that is something I fully understand, especially in the summertime. Like, I love fall and winter, because I can conduct body heat like a motherfucker, and I hate it.
I love
like,
it. I love the cold.
You would love it up here in... Actually, what's really funny is, I think one of the days of the summer last year was like almost 100 degrees where we are now. We went into the mountains, from that to about 65 degrees, and it was nice and cold up there. There was still snow up there. Oh yeah, and we went above the tree line. So I don't know how much you know about like the difference with altitudes and stuff out here, but where
I don't know too much, but I can imagine.
Yeah, you have less oxygen the higher you go, and above the tree line it's a little hard to breathe, just a little bit. And then we went to South Park, Colorado. It is a real place. It is not a little redneck town, I promise you. It's actually nice. And we went to, I guess it was like a little overlook scenic area that was about 13,500 plus feet above sea level. So it was really hard to breathe up there, but it was really, really pretty. Because we were near the mountains and all the other stuff. It was just really nice. But yeah, and then it's like if you love scenic areas, Colorado is definitely one of the places you'd want to come. It's really pretty, and then there's a lot of touristy stuff to do out here.
I love scenic areas, but I have to ask this because I ask this about literally everywhere. What's the pub scene like?
What's the what?
Pub scene like. How many pubs have you got? What are they like? You know.
Like a ton of them, and it depends on your fancy. We have horror bars, we have anime bars, we have Japanese arcade bars, we have regular bars.
I don't think those are pubs.
We also have Irish pubs, British pubs, and other things out here.
You had me at Irish pubs. Irish pubs are great.
Oh my god, they have the most amazing fucking shepherd's pie there. It's so good. It's called Clancy's. It's really good food.
The Irish know what they're doing with booze as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I can't drink. But I'll take your word for it. As a matter of fact, I actually have an Irish friend, Killian, and he's one of the people I play Destiny with. He is a nutcase, but he is fun to play with. As a matter of fact, he had a job, I want to say for the past few months. He was a stagehand, I guess, in a sense. You know the new Winx they made, the live action Winx?
No, but continue.
I don't think anyone wants that ever. No one asked for that.
I watched it, and it took a turn at the end I didn't think it was gonna take. Because I watched Winx growing up, not that I really cared for it, because I'm more of a tomboy. But the one they did on Netflix was actually pretty decent. But he was helping build all the sets and stuff. And he found out he's indestructible. You want to know how he found out he's indestructible?
Go on.
He accidentally shot a nail from a nail gun at his hand and it just bounced off.
We don't deserve what, Henry? Also, do you mean we don't deserve the live-action Winx Club? Not we don't deserve it. No one wants it. Go home.
I want it! Hey, fuck you, I want it.
Fuck you.
That just
We
reminds
didn't
me
need the
of
cartoon one.
That just reminds me of art class in school where we used to steal like the big ass staplers that the teachers have and just use them to fire staples at each other from across the room.
I mean, when I was younger, I would take like paper clips and put it through the skin at the top of my thumb and shit and freak people out.
Anyway, good night, Henry. I'm going to end the stream here.
Stream?
ES was actually supposed to show up so that I could show him something on Armored Core 4 after this, but he just never showed up.
Oh, is Henry in your chat on stream?
Yes.
Hi Henry, I don't know who you are, but hi.
He was talking back and forth with Joe about the hooded heroes.
And Ben
Okay.
Shapiro.